our studio's been based in King's Cross for 17 years. In the King's Cross development, there have been a whole series of public spaces, Granary Square and King's Boulevard and Cubitt Square, and this would be a different kind of space. And so it really, this does feel like it's not a project sort of distant somehow. It's your home, it's your area, and was just, as a local person, was just thinking, what's missing? How do you do something that really is particular to here?
So Argent asked us to take a look at this site that had outline planning permission for it to become a retail destination. And they asked us to look at connecting these two buildings together in some way, so perhaps some pedestrian bridges. First thoughts was, how do you make people actually want to stop and spend time here instead of just pass through? So the two coal drops, they were built at different times. This was built in around 1850, this was around 1860, and they were built to receive and distribute coal across London. We tried all sorts of ideas of just adding something new, and the way we were adding it, where they were kind of quite separate, just didn't work. And it was only when we started to merge the language of the old with the new, and that's where we started to have multiple ideas of things emerging from the existing forms.
Our breakthrough, in a way, was realising that we could grow them together, because the roofs needed replacing. And in replacing the roofs, we could fuse those roofs together as if it sort of healed into a heart. Historically, market squares often had these little market buildings, like a little town like Ledbury, for example. There's this market building in the middle that's lifted up, and it creates, slightly theatrically, a space below by it being raised and giving that weather protection.
In terms of restoration, we've tried to leave it intact as much as we can. And then the process was, how do we integrate the structure for this upper level into the existing buildings? So we had to design the structure in a way that it essentially threads through the existing building and doesn't add any additional load to the original structure.
The quality of the brickwork, the cast iron columns inside, the slate on the roofs. Actually, our new roof uses the same slate from the same seam that the original slate was from.
And the hope is that there'll be some brands that people know, some people have never heard of, some that are local brands from Camden, from the area. So it's not just about coming here, it's about passing through this place as well, so people just treat it as part of the city.
We're really excited that this has happened and that it's opening very soon, and we can't wait really to see how people use it.